What's like the hardest part about being an elite footballer?
The hardest part right now is not being able to see my family as regular. When obviously I moved away up to like, Liverpool, so I don't really get the opportunity to see my family as much as I can. Because especially when, for example, when I played against Wolves, the first thing I'm thinking about when I scored is I want to see how my family are and celebrate with them. So when I don't have that opportunity to do so, it kind of throws me off a bit. But apart, I think that's the only thing that really frustrates me because I love being with my family. I love spending time with them, and when I'm not with them, I'm like, oh, I wish I could be with them. But that's what comes with football, especially now I've moved away up north.
Yeah. How old were you when you realized that you wanted to do football in your future professionally?
Um, when I was when I left school, so 16, when I had to leave school and not really scrap education because I still had the opportunity to do BTEC sport when I was 16. But when I had to leave school and you have to go into football 24/7 and you're entering a man's world and you're just seeing a lot of things at the age of 16, I'm like, do I really want to do it? And then I thought, after the first week, I said, yeah, this is what I want to do. I'm comfortable. I really enjoy it. So I would say when I left school, that's when I thought, there's a great opportunity for me to make as a footballer. Let me not waste it. And I gave it my all since then.
So my question was, in terms of the people that help performance, so like the performance analyst, nutritionist, people like that, like who is what area is like your best or your favorite?
Well, I can tell you my least favorite is definitely my nutrition because I like to eat good food. I like to eat good food. Especially my weakness is Vimto. So even now, I'm getting no added sugar to my Vimto, which obviously there's a different sort of taste, but it is what it is. But so nutrition is definitely not my favorite, but I'm quite strict with what I take. I would say, yeah, analyzing my games. I have someone through my agency who helps me analyze my games and tells me where I can improve. So he will send me after, like, for example, my game against Wolves, he will send me a video or something I can watch on Dropbox. So I'll look at it there and I'll see where I can improve, where I could have like passed the ball, where I could position myself. So I like to improve my game. So watching videos back really excites me.
When you switched from Arsenal to Everton, did you find the training methods and the sort of culture and perspective to football was really different between the two teams?
When I first moved, yeah, because I feel like Scousers, the way they work hard is different compared to like how Londoners. Well, for example, like Arsenal, I grew up where Arsenal would always we always have the ball, always play football, would like to enjoy the ball and have like it's basically a possession team. But with Scousers playing for Everton, I realized that we don't have the ball as much. But when I first, we didn't have the ball as much. So it demanded a lot more like work rate and running off the ball and a lot of tackling. And I had to learn the hard way. My first couple of sessions in training, I got booted in the air and I didn't expect that. But yeah, no, it's almost the same because we play football. We try to play football as much as we can. So the training methods weren't too different. Like it's almost the same training as when I was at Arsenal.
I don't know if you're allowed to answer this, but who is your favourite manager to play under?
My favourite manager would have to be Arsene Wenger because he was the one that actually gave me the opportunity to showcase my talent. Well, obviously breaking into the scene, he was always chatting to me and like telling me how I can improve my game and develop. So I would say Arsene Wenger for me.
You said you were quite self-motivated when you was younger. Considering our current situation, what is something you would like give advice you give someone to like stay motivated to continue playing?
I don't know the like circumstances for everyone because for me growing up at a young age, I always had the opportunity to go to my local park, to my local cage. to my local five-a-side and play with my friends. So I don't think, obviously the advice is for everyone to stay at home and avoid that. So it will be difficult for me to give advice now. Like some people don't have the opportunities to go to like the local park or don't have a garden. So I don't know. Because me, I'll go to my local park and just spend 20 minutes doing kick-ups or trying to hit the crossbar by myself because I was lucky to have like a little goal. It's a hard one. It's a hard one to say because I don't know what the situation is like for everyone. But for me, I would always try to better myself. I remember I had like little cones and little footballs I used to work in my garden with my dad, or just to get sharper, I'll go on like little jogs and little runs. Yeah, if you want something so bad, like I'm sure you'll find a way to improve yourself and work hard. There's even like silly me. I used to go on YouTube and try to like learn skills. I'll be watching like Ronaldinho or my uncle's skills on YouTube, just little things like that. Then I'll try to practice in my park. So I don't know what people would like say for dancing. If you want to learn something, learn a technique to dancing, you just go on YouTube and try to execute it in your house or something.
How did you find it when you was in training and all your friends were out having fun? Because I'm in uni, so all my friends go partying and stuff, and then I'm like, I can't. I got dance training.
How did I find it? Well, when I was at Arsenal and everyone was at like my age, it was at uni. Footballers, we have a lot of spare time. You know, you'd be surprised. We actually have a lot of spare time. So if I train in the morning. I'll be done about like 2, 3, and where Arsenal is based in like Hertfordshire, I had some of my friends in Hertfordshire uni. So I used to go and visit them, not really party, just literally go and visit them in their accommodation, have a little vibe, we play table tennis. But I wouldn't stay too long so they don't get distracted from their work or what they're doing. So yeah, no, footballers, you have a lot of spare time. You'd be surprised, but we've just obviously, pardon?
I said, I wish I had that spare time.
Oh, you don't have it? Oh, I don't know about dancing. I don't know what it's like. But we have a lot of spare time. You just have to be wise. You can't obviously go partying and do what others your age would do. But no, I do get a lot. Well, before obviously the COVID restrictions, I still had the time to see them. So, yeah.
Do you think it's sort of harder for people of colour to get commentating opportunities after they finish their football career?
For me, I wouldn't really know because I just literally focus on my football. But there's obviously like there's Ian Wright, I'm sure I've seen Andy Cole. I'm sure people get the opportunity, yeah. But it's just whether they want to take that opportunity. So I'm sure there's always the opportunity for people of any ethnicity to participate in commentating, so and punditry. So yeah, I'm sure there's opportunity for everyone.
What's like a typical day's training for you like?
Typical day, that is a question. Typical day. I'll explain today because not everyone trained because we had a match yesterday and I was unavailable. But we had a match yesterday and then training today, we were in at 12, trained at 12. And then because of COVID, you literally just go in and go out. They don't want anyone spending as much time with each other. So I go into training, get ready for training. We do a few tests to make sure that you're physically ready. Like it's weird. They take pictures of our legs and it's like on a heat map. It's weird. So we get that done every day. Then go out for training. The manager normally has something to say, but where there was not many people training today, he had a little short speech, making sure everyone's okay. You trained, work hard in training, and then after training, some people like to do extras in the gym, or even before training, like everyone likes to do extras in the gym, whether it's a little stretch or whether it's a little workout in the gym. So you do that. We can't go in the swimming pool. I always like to go in the swimming pool and just stretch and relax. And because I'm lucky enough for the training ground to have a swimming pool, I like to utilize it. But because of the COVID restrictions, we can't go in it as much. So do that, in and out. As soon as you're done, shower and go home. And they give us lunch, to be fair. They give us lunch, like packed lunch to take home. So everyone abuses that. You take that and go home.
Said your uncle JJ Okocha, one of the best, I guess, skilled artists to play football. I guess what is the best skill he's ever taught you that you've used?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question, to be fair. The sort of guy, like he creates tricks like that. I can't put a name on the trick that he taught me, but I was lucky enough to go to, when he was at Bolton and Sam Allardyce was the manager, I was able to go to one training session and he taught me like a weird flick. I don't know what it's called, but I've done it once in a game when I was younger. And I was like, oh, I've managed to pull off my uncle's flick. But like, it was weird. There's no name to it. I can't put a name to it, but I'm able to do it. Maybe one day I'll try in a game if I can. And Charlotte, you don't get onto me, but I'll try and pull it off for you guys.